last thing to end on here today is this conversation about Michigan, who ought to feel really dangerous. They ought to feel really, really good. Because I'm here to tell you, man, sports runs on spite. And sports runs on, no, you doubted me. And I had to show you you were wrong to ever doubt me. Michigan shows up, beats the hell out of Ohio State running the football, right? Then goes to the Big Ten championship game, beats the hell out of Iowa, who made a real meal out of playing great defense, makes the college football playoff with the Big Ten championship, and then we just forget about them. Now, you get blown out in the Orange Bowl by the eventual national champions. I mean, Oklahoma sympathizes. But also in there, hey, man, that's still Jim Harbaugh. That's still Wolverine. That's still the maize and blue. But we also saw Jim Harbaugh flirting with not being head coach of Michigan anymore. We also saw Jim Harbaugh lose both of his coordinators. Mike McDonald goes back to the NFL. Josh Gaddis takes a job at Miami. You're going to have to really rely on guys like Sherrone Moore to pick up the slack. Sherrone Moore, who produced the best offensive line in football. I don't say that. The Joe Moore Award said that. That's where the trophy is. Sherrone Moore, who's going to be co-offensive coordinator this year. I also believe that if he gets anything like that offensive line that he had last year, he's going to be looking at a head coaching job real quick, which is not bad for a guy who's had just 2 FBS stops in his career, Louisville and Central Michigan, before ending up at Michigan. But I haven't seen a defending Power 5 champion shown this much disrespect since, frankly, 2017 Oklahoma, right? That was a great football team that fell just short of playing for the national championship in a game that I thought they could have won because they were a better matchup for Alabama than Georgia. But same to say, they get back to the playoff and they lose again and so forth, so on. But they do get back to the playoff. And the way they get back to the playoff is by winning the Big Ten championship or Big 12 championship. I think Michigan's in a position to defend here. Now, I'm not going to pick them. I pick Ohio State. However, I'd be here for Michigan showing me once again that I'm wrong because I picked Ohio State last year, just like most of you did. And I'll go at it this way. Enzo Ferrari creates Ferrari because he didn't get a job at Fiat. Okay? Ferrucci Lamborghini invents a Lamborghini because his Ferrari sucked and Enzo wouldn't fix it. You can keep going down the line. Ford goes into racing because Ferrari snubbed them. I can keep going. Baker Mayfield has a chip on both shoulders that goes back to high school because of a snub here and a snub there. Now, I don't think you can continue to do your job and be running on spite because I think it's eventually going to eat you alive and you're just going to be useless to all the people that want to believe in you. But you're going to do it for just 1 year. I think you can make that go. I think you can make that work. So if you want to tell me that Michigan is about it this year, I'm going to go with that, but I need to see it. I need to see more J.J. McCarthy, who I think is the better option at quarterback, though Harbaugh's probably going to run out there with Cade McNamara again, who's just fine. But it's like Kelly Bryant being just fine at Clemson. If you got Trevor Lawrence, play Trevor Lawrence. You have J.J. McCarthy. Play J.J. McCarthy. That dude is going to terrorize other people with his legs. It matters. Look at this. He can also sling it down the field. I mean, it's against Ohio State's defense, which was garbage last year, but you understand. I like watching this dude play football. I think he's got an opportunity here to be really, really good. Just give him a shot here. It's been long enough. Now, last thing about this is that you want to prove that the game is no fluke. And you're in a position to do that, though. That's the thing. You lose Hassan Haskins. I get it. But you got Blake Corum coming back. You got Donovan Edwards back there. Again, a lot of this comes back to Sherrone Moore, and can he field the kind of offensive line that can push around that Ohio State defense, to say nothing of the other defenses they're going to face in the Big Ten. But I looked at the schedule. It's there for them. Just win the game. Win the game in November, get back to the Big Ten championship, and then go run down whomever the Big Ten West goes up. Another reason they probably need to do away with division in the Big Ten altogether is because, we're getting into a real 1990s NBA style of football over there in the Big Ten, where we know that the Eastern Conference champ probably going to house the Western Conference champ. It's how it feels in the B1G right now. It's also going to be interesting to see if they do this before USC and UCLA get there in 2024. Because a part of me wants to see USC and UCLA in the Big Ten West just to see how that would go. But yeah, Michigan, have some stuff in your neck this year. See if you can't go at people like myself who just don't think you're good enough to repeat.
Thanks for watching this video, and remember, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos on the #1 Ranked Show YouTube channel.